Oh, hello lovely family, welcome back to my channel. This is Obapa Afrakome's kitchen. So today I will be sharing with you how I made this lovely dish. So this is called my cocoyam or kontomire leaves abomu. This is so delicious, very healthy and nutritious, and you cannot resist the taste of this abomu. It is very lovely and it can boost your immune system in no time. This is really tasty and you will love it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share my videos to your friends and families so that they can be part of this lovely family. I love you also so much. Let's get into the ingredients and let me show you what I used for this abomu. So I will be using some cocoyam for this recipe, and I've got my plantain, which is called apim in Ghana. This is my cocoyam leaves or kontomire leaves. You can use spinach. I've got 3 hot scotch chili bonnet. I'm using some peanuts, 2 white onions and 1 fresh tomatoes. I'm using some pear, of course, and then I will be using this stinking fish called momoni in Ghana. I'm using 2 eggs, and then with my cooking oil, I'll be using this palm oil called Zomi. You can get it from the African shop. Some salt to taste. I've got this onga shrimp cube tablet, and I'll be using some mackerel as well for this recipe. All right, family, this is our lovely ingredients. Let's get started. So first of all, just go ahead and peel your cocoyam, because I'm going to cook, because it takes a little bit time to cook. I'm just going to cook my cocoyam first. So go ahead and peel it. If you've got a peeler, it will make your life very easy. But if you haven't, just go ahead and use your knife to peel your cocoyam. And also, once you peel them, try and put them in your water to wash them and cut them into any sizes of your choice. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that to all my cocoyam. So once this is done, I'm just going to have washed my plantain or my apim. So just make a line at the back and just use your hand to take the back of the plantain out of it and just scrape it to give it a very smooth and nice texture at the back, and then divide it into 2, or you can leave it like that as you like it. So I'm just going to go ahead to do that to all the plantain and then wash them nicely and get them ready to cook. So once my plantain is nicely done and is going to be washed, I'm just going to wash it nicely in a boiling water. I'm just going to add my cocoyam and my plantain to boil for 15 minutes. So just go ahead and just put everything in the hot water and then leave it to cook for 15 minutes. So I'm just going to add some salt to taste. Just be careful about the salt, and then cover this and leave it for 15 minutes. So I just added my eggs just to boil and make it my life easier as well. So after 15 minutes, I'm going to strain the water out and then put my plantain in a separate warm water to give it that crunchiness in my apim. So I'm going ahead to start my abomu. First of all, your cocoyam leaves or your kontomire leaves, go ahead, cut the head off. Just open it to check for any foreign bacteria or anything in there, and then put it in a warm water with a little bit salt in it. So I'm just going to go ahead to do that to each of this kontomire or the cocoyam leaves, just to make sure that inside it's clean and there's no dirt or anything in there. So once that's done, I'm just going to add a little bit salt on top of it, just to make it clean and stir off from every bacterial or anything or dirt. Clean it nicely and wash it out from your water. So I'm just washing it very nicely and taking it out from the water now. So in a hot boiling water, I'm just going to put my cocoyam leaves in there and please, this doesn't take long at all. It shouldn't take long at all. Otherwise, if you keep boiling it for a long time, all the nutrients are going to go in your water, which you're not going to use it. So I'm just going to allow this to boil over for about 5 minutes, and then I will take this off fire. So I've just added my 3 Scotch hot chilies as well. So it is ready now, and it's all done. So I'm just going to set this aside as well. So I'll set this aside, and then we are going to start with our Abomu sauce. So in my earthenware bowl, or asanka as we call it locally in Africa or Ghana, I'm going to I've just added my onions and then just grind it. So the next, I'm just going to add my hot green chili peppers and then grind it as well. So we are grinding this to have a very smooth texture. So make sure you grind it till you have a very smooth and fine texture. So as this is getting ready, I'm just going to on the fire roast my tomatoes and my stinking fish, which is called momone in Ghana as well. So just put it on fire. I have just got an electric cooker, but it doesn't matter. You can just put a strainer on it and then just roast your vegetable and your momone. So once that is done, I'm just going to add some spices to my onions and chili. I've just added my momone or my stinking fish to my onions and pepper just to grind to give it the flavor. Added my tomatoes as well. So with the tomatoes, you can opt it out if you don't really want that kind of tomatoes taste in your sauce. You can opt it out, but I like to add my tomatoes, so I've just added 1 to it. So go ahead and grind it until it is, nicely done. So I'm adding my salted peanuts to it, and then also grind it until you have a very smooth, nice texture. So once that is done, just add some salt to taste, and then go ahead and grind as well. So the next stage, I'm just going to add my kontomire or my cocoyam leaves to my sauce, and also grind it until I have a very nice and smooth texture. Make sure you grind it nicely until you have a very grainy surface of your abomu. This is really nice and it tastes so good, and this is nicely always done in Ghana, in the Ashanti region, and oh, trust me, you will love the taste of it. So once it is done this way, as you have your greeny surface like that, just go ahead and in a saucepan put your palm oil in there, and once it's melted properly, add some onions. And then I'm just going to add my mackerel or my salmon in there. So break it into pieces and then add them in there. And then just fry for about 5 minutes. So once that is done, our abomu is done. It doesn't take time at all to do this. It's very easy and it tastes so good and it's very healthy. So I would like to entreat you to try this, and don't forget to drop down some comments for me to know how you did. Love you so much. Stay blessed. Don't forget to subscribe.